The scene I'm going to talk about is one of my favorite scenes of the film. This is the scene where Murad gives it back to his father for the first time and eventually leaves home with his mother and brother. Personally, I'm a big fan of family confrontation scene where each member truly reveal themselves, and I think the scene did that very powerfully. It was almost around second or third week during the edit process that my team got the footage of the scene. Much before even Zoya has joined us in the edit room as she was still busy shooting. Until then, we had been primarily working on individual scenes from different part of the film and hadn't approached anything uh, major emotional scene till now. And I remember quite clearly, I just started scanning the footage and was playing the takes in a random manner just to understand the basic power dynamics, geography, and the performances of the scene. And during that moment, I came across this really powerful beat between Murad and his father looking eye to eye for the first time in the film. And that moment pretty much set the tone of the relationship for the whole film for me. Usually, when you are editing a film, when you start editing, it is a very lonely process of a small team before the director joins. And you constantly feel like you're drowning in the sheer amount of footage coming in every day. And there are always these handful scenes which keep bringing you back into the emotional core of the film. And this was one of them. I think what struck me initially when I was working on the scene was how beautifully Zoe had blocked and directed this scene. It almost turned this moment into a mini spectacle where the audience and the neighbors watching became like the voice into a very emotional moment of this family's life. And that pretty much dictated the cutting style of the scene. It almost flowed in three major beats if you notice it carefully. The first beat was till the point where Murad comes and pushes his dad. And if you notice the cutting style till then, it is extremely frantic, almost building the tension. We even repeated the mother getting slapped twice to elevate the tension. And once Murad pushes his father, that's when we enter the second major beat, where everything slows down. The cutting style now changes into a bare minimum, almost holding on to a single shot, letting us feel the struggle and angst between both of them, till Murad nabs his father down. And from there, we move on to the final beat of the scene. The editing style from here slowly transcends into a very everyday mundane rhythm, but something that has changed forever between all of them. Even the last bit where the grandmother moves from defending her own son to actually asking them what will happen to me makes the character so human, and you can feel the compassion the writers have towards the character while writing, which makes it more rounded and makes you connect with the scenes at a much more deeper level emotionally. I think the beauty of the scene lies in how every element came together, right from the writing, cinematography, blocking, and the incredible performance that literally transcend energy from one to another. And when put together, that energy took its own shape, something that is personal to every audience member watching it. Hope this gave you some new insight into how we approach the scene on the edit table, and hope you enjoyed watching the scene.